Have you ever gone through a season where you felt distant from God?
Yes, for sure, I have, and I think the thing to say would be like if you haven't gone through that season, then you're gonna go through that season. So it's
That's
not
good.
anything to be like ashamed of or feel like you have to hide it from somebody. Sometimes you know God is silent. God is you're going through a season of trial or testing, and you may feel far from God, but God said He's always near. So it's one of those things where you can always take heart, and it's like, man, if I'm feeling far from God, it's just a feeling. So I just have to, I have to go through that. And sometimes it's just the Lord trying to see how you react and say like, man, is he mature enough? How's my child gonna do when I walk out of the room for a second? And so that's one of those things. And I've definitely gone through those seasons. Sometimes because I was out of God's will and I was doing stuff that wasn't honoring Him, and sometimes it's just because it's like I said, it's a silent season. So it's one of those things. Just be encouraged that God, He's with us, and you don't have to always hear Him the way you usually hear Him for Him to be there.
That's so good. That's so good. But I feel like that comes with maturity in Christ.
Yeah.
Like what you're talking about in like the silent seasons. Maybe like a young believer would hear that. Like what does that look like for you? What seasons have been a silent season, and how did you encourage yourself in the Lord?
I think a silent season in particular looks like sometimes people expect when they're going into a big season in their life where, oh, I have to accomplish this, or I'm going after the vision that God gave me. They expect like, all right, God, I'm gonna need you right by me. I'm gonna need you to power me through this. I'm gonna need you in my ear telling me how to go. And it's like sometimes the Lord, He's like, all right, well, I've given you this mission and I told you that. So now I need you to go do what I told you to do and then come back to me for further instructions. It's like sometimes, we're waiting on God to give us a step-by-step when God's like, man, I gave you the instructions, go and live them out.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things where you don't have to necessarily be thinking that, oh man, I miss God, or maybe this isn't what God is having me to do at this time because I'm not hearing Him. But just a silent season is a season where the Lord He's seeing how you react, He's testing you. And like an analogy is like sometimes when someone told me like, oh, if you're gonna go somewhere far, it's gonna tell you, pull out of your driveway, you're gonna take a left, take a right, go this far, take a left, take a right, and when you get on the interstate, it's gonna be silent for about 135 miles. So, sometimes God's just you're in that straightaway where it's like, man, the Lord just wants you to accelerate. And so you just gotta take heed to what He already told you and go out and accomplish it.
That's so good. That's so good. Live in a manner worthy of your calling. The Lord can't steer an anchored ship, is what I'm hearing. So move forward in faith.